Ladies and gentlemen, chess is a mental sport. And being that it is a mental sport, it can affect our psyche. It can affect us emotionally. It can affect us spiritually. And in today's video, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I am going to record an entire video where I don't know who I am playing against. What does that mean? Well, you see, chess websites have a thing where you can mask your opponent's elo, your opponent's username, and you have no idea who you're playing against. On chess.com, this is called focus mode, where you can focus on the board and the clock. And this will prevent many of you from getting elo anxiety or getting nervous about who you're playing against. When I am playing against a grandmaster, a player with a higher elo than myself, I frequently get nervous. I experience the same thing you experience, even though I might be 2,700 points higher rated than you. Well, that would put you at 0. But in any case, that's the purpose of today's video, so that I don't have fake confidence playing against people who are lower rated than me, and so I don't feel terrified when I go up against a grandmaster. Now, on chess.com, this feature is available, but for me, I'm not going to use exactly focus mode. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Paper and tape. I have taped right above where I can see my opponent's username and rating, because if I did focus mode, this would happen. But you can just trigger focus mode at home, and we don't have to have a broken overlay. That's it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to test how we can improve our chess by taking away a massive component of potential anxiety. I have no idea who I'm playing against. When I seek games, I am playing against people, in a range of minus 200 to plus 200 points. So I could play at 2,500, I could play at 2,900, and I'm going to seek some games, and we're just gonna have at it. That's the purpose of the video. I am seeking some Blitz. Here is my first opponent, and I have no idea who I'm playing against. I'm going to play a Dutch defense, and then we will analyze these games as well. So hopefully you learn a few things. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and also we are going to learn. My opponent is playing a sideline of the Dutch. I'm going to play pawn to e6. Now it's very common here to play this move pawn to e4. I guess I'm going to take and then play bishop f6. And I imagine my opponent will do something like that. Yeah, and now how about we don't let our opponent take us? Maybe I'll just castle for now, and then maybe on the next move I won't let my opponent take me. I'll play something like bishop to e7. You had a chance to take me. You missed your chance. I can develop with my knight. I can also develop maybe pawn here. I think my opponent wants to play knight e5. I think I'm going to kick my opponent's knight out of the center of the board. The drawback of playing pawn here is that that square becomes a little bit weak, but pawn to c5, knight to c6, and we should be fine. I am a little bit preoccupied about the fact that there could be some pressure on this side of the board with the bishop and then maybe the queen. But I mean, I don't think I'm going to get checkmated, so I think we'll be okay. Let's take in the center, potentially opening up possibilities for ourselves. Bishop here fights for the center, puts pressure on the knight. Maybe queen f6 is next. Bishop d7 to finish up the development, and then we're going to take the file. That's a move, I guess. I think, wow, that was not a good decision, I feel like. I feel like that bishop wanted to attack. I don't think that bishop wanted to go there. I mean, I'm happy giving up this bishop. I would not like to give up this bishop. That bishop is actually kind of strong. I can move the bishop out of the way, and I can also play queen f6. It's a little bit tough to commentate the game as it is happening. Let's play c5 and try to liberate the position a little bit. This bishop I'm fine giving away because it's very passive. If I give away this bishop, then this bishop will be very passive, and I won't have my good bishop anymore. Purpose here is to try to hammer away on this diagonal. I don't think this knight is a factor in the game anymore, really. No disrespect whatsoever, but that's just my honest opinion. That's a bit of an annoying move. I guess I'll play rook c8. I want to keep this defended. Everything is protected here. I am down 30 seconds on the clock. I do have to speed up. It's tough because I want to be instructional, but I also want to win the game. It's easier to play with bonus time. We can take, but I don't really want to bring my opponent's queen into the center of the board. I would much rather they take me. Queen g4. I guess the idea is to take here. Maybe now would be a good moment to take, or maybe I can take that and then take that. I feel like I feel like I'm very close here to having something. I know I said I don't want to do this. I gotta speed up too. I gotta just budget my time better here. Also, they might checkmate me, which is unpleasant. I think now is the right moment to play this move. Because now when the rook comes here, I have various tricks on the back rank. And I don't think I'm going to get checkmated. I mean, I think I have good defense because now this knight is gone. But I really do have to start playing faster. I'm just not used to playing Blitz in a YouTube video. See, when I live stream, it's different. Because I can be stupid and I can say stupid stuff. Let's go rook f7. Preemptively defending everything. Maybe queen here. That move is trying to go there, so I'm just going to slide out of the way. And my opponent is just trying to checkmate me. Queen f8, targeting that pawn. I have good structure, but I do have 50 seconds, which I don't like. What? c4, pass pawn. That's not a threat. There is no threat there whatsoever. And I'm gonna try to break through now with my... What? Just letting the pawn go. Is this... Now I got 2 pass pawns. I'm not sure about this approach by my opponent here. I'm not sure about this approach. No, that's not a good move. Can I just keep going? Who's gonna stop me? At some point you gotta go back, right? And maybe that's when I strike. Maybe I overextended though. But I think this is pretty well protected. And I'm getting closer on time. And that knight's feeling a little carelessly positioned now. Oh! Blunder. I think. That's very nice. That bishop came alive just at the right moment. And now this should just be a relatively straightforward game. Because after I take, I'm also getting queen f2 and queen h4. So, opponent resigns. I gained 5 rating points. I don't... How good was this person? I feel like this was like a 25, 2600. I didn't get... Who did I play? I'm flipping up the paper on my monitor. 2583, whose username was knight takes h6. It's a good thing they didn't have a chance to play that move. This was an okay game. I didn't get mega strong vibes from this individual. No disrespect that, maybe this person is a Gotham fan. Mostly because I felt like this person made my life a little bit too simple. Like this, a major giveaway was the move bishop b5. I thought here, white should probably focus on this side of the board. And I just felt like the way that white played this, I mean, it made sense. It was all logical, but I felt like it made things very easy for me. And then white went for this attack, and I thought I defended this position completely reasonably. And it just felt like a stronger player might have put more pressure for a longer period of time. This plan ran into a very well-protected king. I don't think this was correct. And now as my opponent committed all of their forces this way and ran into nothing, I immediately snuck through with c4 and c3. And suddenly, I think this is a lesson in and of itself, like how to understand piece dynamics. Your opponent is ramming everything into this, and you go, well, wait a minute, don't I just have a pass pawn? And then once that pawn made it to c2, it completely took away all of my opponent's ideas. And now if my opponent's not careful, I'm just going to go queen a3 and get to the rook. So that was an interesting game. Came out of a Dutch. I think we got a pretty reasonable position, and we did our best, and then ultimately converted. Now I don't know if I'm going to play lower rated players the whole video. Obviously the purpose of the video is to play high rated opponents and not get scared, but we'll see if that happens. For now, I am just seeking another game. All right, we waited a little while. We have a game now. I'm playing with white. My opponent plays d4, d5, which is boring. So I'm going to play kind of a weird... Okay, well, that just becomes a Trumpowski. Now I'm going to play knight d2. We're just going to move... What? That's not a good move. Now I'm playing a London, but with an extra tempo. Whoa, f5. Oh my goodness. What is this? What is my opponent doing? I'm kind of blown away by this, I gotta tell you. Should I just go crazy and start attacking? What if I just play normally? I mean, it's basically all right, it's a stonewall. I'm getting stonewalled. I'm gonna go G4. This just doesn't feel. This doesn't feel okay. It does not feel like a person can play knight f6, knight g8, knight f6, knight e4. Sometimes higher rated players like to play like this to try to disrespect. But you know, we're about to find out. Okay, pawn takes. There is bishop takes, which I guess is a slightly annoying Zwischenzug that I overlooked. I kind of don't want to take because I want to get rid of my opponent's blockade. But if take, there is pawn takes. Oh man, I might have to play this very annoying move. It's not all bad though. It's not all bad. Let's play queen e2 and try to castle queenside. And of course this knight needs to go to e5. And again, I'm just down 45 seconds on the clock. I mean, it's so annoying. Knight e5. All right, we got our knight to where it wants to go. Now we're going to castle queenside, and opponent is still playing at light speed for some reason. I wonder if I can trap this knight somehow by playing like knight f1 and pawn to f3. That looks kind of interesting. I expect c5. My opponent strikes me as a very, very aggressive player. And they might just try to sacrifice the knight. And I was correct. F3 takes. They might take. And I get all of them. Ugh, this is so annoying. And now they have takes, and queen b6, setting up a double attack on my king, and then also this pawn in the center of the board. I mean, I feel like the chess gods are just nice to some people, you know? Like, some people play so fast and not well. I don't think this person is playing that well, but somehow they're surviving. Somehow they're surviving. I really thought I was going to trap their piece there. Now it's knight versus bishop. They have some pressure here with the rook. That's a hanging pawn, but I feel like taking it would be really stupid. First of all, you would lose this pawn. Let's go rook g3. I gotta be careful of my pawn in the center, too. Okay, it looks like they are bringing reinforcements. Maybe I can reroute to that square. But for a second game in a row, I'm very unhappy with how I've handled my clock. No, no, surely that can't. What? What is that move? Whoa! Is this what? No. Whoa. What is this? Am I getting checkmated? What is am I getting mated? Is there a mate? I'm getting mated, right? Check. I mean, I don't see it, but it's got to be here. Check, I block. There's got to be. Oh, check, and then somehow you win my rook, probably. And this is what happens when you get low on time. I feel like this is a high-rated player, but if I don't know. I'm very frustrated, though, because, again, I mean, I just played so slowly. But I like that they're spending all their time now. That's at least nice. Check. Where is the mate? I mean, I'm supposed to be... What? Can I run? Oh, it's mate! I took away my own escape square. Oh, my God. Oh! Oh. And I lost 10 rating, which means that they were... Oh, they were lower rated than me. Oh, my gosh. Just panicked in low time. I mean, I'm sure it's a losing position anyway. Yeah, bishop d7 was a good move. Who did I play? I played a 2600. Who says, chess is life. All right. Chess is life. Yeah, this guy really played knight g8. I lost to knight g8. What is knight g8? That is so crazy. I can't believe dude just undeveloped his... I feel so stupid right now. That's crazy. I had an okay position. I just... I guess this whole plan was just... Yeah, this is just a bad move. My plan was, you know, his knight can't trade, and I'm going to go here. And then he just did this, and I reacted very poorly. I guess I should have... Yeah, computer says I should have gone here. I thought, oh, I'm so smart. I'm going to trap his knight. But he was quick with the counterplay, and yeah, that was that. Wow. And then I got myself into trouble. This is under fire. That's under fire. All right, we got another game. Let's play Caro-Kann. It's the only opening I know how to play. Play a6, hoping for 2 knights, and then bishop g4. Okay, opponent is not committing this pawn forward, which is, I feel like, a thing that a lot of people do, or taking. Okay, now we're gonna go c5. Best move is here. Hopefully they don't play it. It's gonna give me a lot of information. I feel like, okay, yeah. Weaker players don't play like this, but I guess my opponent is not a weaker player. Let's take and maybe start attacking on the diagonal. Wow, bishop b4, king f1. That's how bad my opponent didn't want to block. All right, I guess I'll castle. I have good knights. I think my opponent has a very targetable center. Maybe f6 now to just start immediately hammering away. But I just want to play faster this game. I just want to play faster. I have learned my lesson. I am just too slow in talking about my moves. f6 is a very, very big decision because I'm severely weakening the position, but I think it's for a good cause. I think it's for a good cause. I think this is a very important opening of the position that must occur. I don't think my opponent can really allow that to happen. I'm looking to sacrifice my rook because you know me, but I don't, you know, of king g2, but there's nothing there. I'm just gonna double up. Gonna double up and have pressure. That's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna double up and have pressure. Maybe something will block me. Maybe I'll double anyway, like this. My knights are good, but I'd like to make this knight better. My knight would be better there. My knight might be better on those 2 squares. e5. Expected. Why did I say e5? I meant to say g4. I'm not even saying the right. Knight e5 take rook f2 is actually really interesting. But I don't... Maybe I have bishop c5. This is an insane move. I'm gonna play it. I calculated pawn takes, rook takes f2 check. X-ray defense. Oh my goodness, this might be one of the nicest moves I've ever played. I'm not sure it's a great move. I'm not, you know, it just looks really, really cool. And now maybe knight f3 or knight takes g4. I feel like getting rid of the bishop is smart, although knight c4 could have been reasonable as well. And maybe now... Maybe now I just keep coming in with a knight. I just keep coming in. I just have to be confident. Just have to be confident. Knight c4. And looks like I'm going to be getting this pawn. Looks like I'm getting this pawn. Which is really nice, because that means I'll probably get that pawn too. Yeah, this is clean. If rook b1, I have knight c4. Then there's bishop g5. Bishop g5. I can play rook f7, trade, and protect my pawn like this. And that's guarded. I guess a4 fork. Rook b3 fork. So I'm going to pick up a couple of pawns here, and I have a 20-second... I didn't get to pick up the second pawn, unfortunately. But we're going to play b5 to make sure that's never a weakness. That makes sense. That's also annoying. I kind of don't want to play this move, but it feels like a necessity because I need to kick the knight out. Otherwise, I will have some problems with my movement. The knight is maybe trying to come here. See, now is the part of the game where I'm gonna start taking way too much time because I'm getting nervous that I'm winning, and I'm also getting nervous, despite being on focus mode, that I might be beating somebody strong, this is where my nerves start kicking in. And this is not where your nerves should kick in. You should be a machine here. Free pawn. Threatening this. Rook here. Rook e5. I have king f6, I think. Very, very close to making a fatal mistake, but I haven't made it yet. Takes. Knight c4 hits the rook. They're going to give me that check. Probably. Also, right. That's defended, though. I can kick this out. And I can just push. I'm very scared, though. Check and maybe get into the center here. Yes. And just keep going. Rook b1, I can just push. No check. Nothing there. Push. Queen. This is crazy. This is an insane position. Takes. Run away. And that's mate if I do that, so I guess I have to dance my way out of this. I have to make a lot of king moves. And then I have to block with my rook when it's time. Very stressful position, but it looks like we're going to get it done. Check. Check. Now the king is cut off. And I guess I'll go to g7, which looks safe. Okay, I blundered that pawn. I have 16 seconds. Rook here, trying to go for a mate. Not allowing myself to get checkmated. And we got it. Nice. And how many rating points did I gain? That was a 2,500? Come on, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a very tough game. But I did mention in the beginning that my opponent, I mean, was playing very, very well. But I thought, yeah, I mean, knight e5 looked like a really cool move. The computer thinks it's my idea here of this move was, if takes, then I can play rook takes f2, which is super cool, and you can't take me because that's actually a checkmate. I thought I was really clever. It turns out that I am not clever. It says you may not use analysis while playing chess. What? That was weird. I wasn't playing chess. Chess.com. I was finished with my game, as a matter of fact. All right, let's play. Let's play another one. We'll keep going. All right, I've got the white pieces again. I'm trying to have a better showing than the last time. I want to beat a grandmaster. I want to see if I can beat a grandmaster. Okay, this does not strike me like I'm playing a grandmaster. This person is playing goofy openings. But I have more space. What is that? Okay. It's gonna develop. It's developing. Can I already take, by the way? Take and try to win the pawn? Or is that wishful thinking? I can also gambit a pawn here by playing knight e2. I could also play e5 maybe. This strikes me as very suspicious what my opponent is playing like. I'm gonna try to refute it right away. I'm gonna try to just attack. Just attack. There's multiple ideas of this move. First of all, it disconnects the bishop from the knight. Second of all, it fights for the dark squares. I'm trying to win some dark square control by taking and having a wedge. Also, it clears that route from my knight, which not only puts pressure on those aforementioned dark squares, also I can play pawn to c3. Knight f5 is a smart move. I'm going to slide back and keep pressure on that pawn, so this pawn can't really move forward. Yeah, knight e4, and my position looks really nice now, I have to say. Maybe d4, a4. I kind of like this sort of flank instigating. Oh, I should have been more careful. Yeah, pawn to d5 was kind of clearly the idea there. But okay, it's fine. I think I still have nice control of the dark squares, and it's kind of an annoying position for my opponent. At least that's what it feels like. f6 is not possible because I can take. That's a big decision for my opponent which way to castle. I'm controlling the movement in the center. They do choose to castle, but I feel like g4 is coming right up. And you still can't play f6, because I'll just take and then take on e6. Yeah, this looks really nice for me, I have to say. Maybe I just go king g2, or maybe I play knight h4. And it's a very, very tense moment here, because I might just overwhelm. Okay, I saw that, but I thought I can just... Can't I just take? And then is taking on g6 too risky? Is that the point? Fascinating. d4 also could be a thing. I kind of don't hate this move, trying to control the move e5. It feels like this position is just me not letting my opponent move at all, but... Wow, they still go e5. Is the idea to take on g4? Oh my goodness, what? This is like an anime moment, you know? They played the entire thing that I was working so hard to stop. Can I play, like... Rook e5. I'm spending too much time again. Rook takes e5, pawn takes e5. Bishop takes. Oh, this is so stressful. Guess I'm trying to bring my rook into the game. Rook g3. e6. I gotta move. I gotta make a move. I'm too stressed. Just too stressed. Oh my goodness. I knew this was a blunder. I can't take because of this. Yeah. I don't even know how to resign. I don't even know where the resign button is. And this person is rated 2694. Yeah. Tough. I didn't get a chance to play a Grandmaster today. I'm just losing games to people who are lower rated than me. Definitely had an advantage from the opening, I feel like. Let's say around here. Plus 0.5, nothing crazy, but I went for this aggressive plan and I completely played into a way to stop something, and it turns out that did not stop that something because I cannot take. If I take, I actually get X-rayed here on this file. Well, not X-rayed, but laser beamed. So that's kind of unfortunate. Sort of bummed. You know what? Maybe we'll try for one last game. I don't... Maybe I'll get a Grandmaster. Maybe they all have me blocked. Maybe I will not get to play against the Grandmaster because they all have me blocked on chess.com. I don't know. Okay. This will be the last game of the video because hopefully it's a Grandmaster. We are hunting Grandmasters, I hope. B3. I'm playing a variation of the Sicilian defense known as the Magnus Sicilian. I'm going to throw in this check on the king, and then I'm going to take and put my queen on d2, so it's out of the scope of the knight. And we're going to play against that pawn. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to play pawn to f3, which defends e4, and opponent is doing what they want to do. I'm doing what I want to do, preventing that knight from getting over here. Black will find a way to develop. Everybody's going to have a good time. Well, hopefully just me. Sliding the king off the line here, very, very common. B5 is on the way, but I feel like my own attack is also on the way. You know what? You want to attack me? We're gonna see who's who. I'm gonna go G4 and G5. That's what we're doing. Maybe G4. I'm gonna try to have no doubts in this game. You know, just try to trust myself. Knight D5. This is fine, but I don't think. Maybe I can take with a pawn, but I'm not gonna overthink it. Not gonna overthink it. Queen takes. Sometimes when you don't overthink things, you make horrible mistakes, then you lose. And that is life. Rook d2 defends against that. I gotta decide. At some point, I need to decide if this attack actually is of any substance or not. How about we play... Do we like f4? Knight g3, knight f5. I think knight g3 is a little bit too slow. I do like f4 a lot. I'm trying to convince myself that it's a good move. Just trying to open up the diagonal. Yeah, opponent doesn't even hesitate, just like takes immediately. I'm gonna go g5 now to restrict. Okay, that was unexpected. I did not think that I would have to deal with the consequences of my own actions over here. I don't think f3 is a very good move. I don't think it's a very good move. It just helped my knight get exactly to where it wants. This is what my opponent was probably thinking to do, but it does not strike me like there is much of an attack there. Now I think I'm cooking. This does not look very good for black. I think at some point my opponent might need to consider a queen trade. Like right now, actually. I should have maybe played rook g1. That's probably what I should have done. Probably could have had some knight to f4. Interesting. Checks, captures, attacks, always take, and then queen d4? And then f6. Then I can play queen f6. Then bishop g7, so maybe I play something else. Let's go queen d4. Am I like going crazy? Or queen c5 is a huge mistake now because of knight h6. And then they can't take because of this. Maybe. I am not convinced, but it's been a bad day of blitz for me. My brain has sort of been off. Knight h... No, that doesn't quite work. It's very unfortunate that it doesn't work. I gotta speed up again. Knight h6, king h8. I'm gonna go knight h6 check. Queen d5, threatening this. But I already think I'm screwing up. The problem with chess is that it's a very cerebral activity. Like, you mess up enough and you just start getting very frustrated with yourself. Knight c3. I'm just going for it. I don't know if this is working, but I think knight c3 check now. Take, pawn takes, hitting my rook. And I feel like I've messed this up. Definitely feel like I've messed this up. It looks like they could just take my knight now. Yeah, 100%. Yep. The position has been screwed up. Yep. Yep. That knight was too strong. And maybe I still have chances to save this, but I'm not confident. It has not been a good day for chess. Sometimes that happens. Unless they blunder a mate, that would be ideal. I don't even know how on earth that would happen. Now they're panicking. Maybe now they see they're playing me, they're panicking. I'm always the one panicking, but... That's just mate. Well done. Well done. And who did I lose to this game? Oh! Wow, we almost had the same level. Oy, oy, oy. Bad day. Definitely a bad day. Wow, I was winning here, but it was very obscure. In this position, I actually had to just take the knight, which maybe I could have seen that. And then h6. And then this would have been very powerful. Taking and and then this actually makes sense because even if I get checked, I'm completely safe from all of this. No, it makes sense. I mean, I did not see that, so I'm not going to... I was not considering that whatsoever. Instead, I tried to do it this way, but this came in, and I am just in severe trouble, and I realized right away. Well, our experiment was unsuccessful. I did not play a single Grandmaster, and I lost more games than I won. Now, that might just mean that today was a bad day for chess, or it might mean that that focus mode... No, focus mode actually does work quite a bit. I'm gonna keep trying. There might be a sequel, but this generally is a good thing to play when you don't have to record a video and talk all your moves out loud. Unfortunately, today I had to do exactly that, and I did not do a good job. I'm gonna go be sad, because being sad when you lose chess games, it's normal. So normalize being sad after you lose chess games. That's all. That's all I have for today. Bye. Get out of here.